Hello and welcome to Our Kids, brought to you by the Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Ben Jackey. We have a lot of great stories for you this month. We introduce you to a student whose creativity has garnered acclaim not only in his own school, but in the community. We'll take you to JCPS's first ever Idea Fest, and you'll meet a reptile expert who really dives into his hobby. Plus, we have these stories from our 5-star high school student correspondents.
I'm Fern Creek correspondent Kristen Reesor, and coming up, I'll show you how some JCPS students have overcome obstacles in their life to be successful.
Ballard High School students and supporters break a dance marathon record as they raise money for pediatric cancer research. I'm Ballard correspondent Taylor Huff, and I'll have the story.
We have a lot of creative kids in JCPS, including a PRP art student whose creativity is constantly on display on stage. His classmates have been in awe of his talents for some time, and now he's being recognized in the Kentucky Governor's Mansion Centennial Celebration Visual Art Contest.
Jahne is talented in drawing and painting and sculpture and fashion design, so he is the whole package.
His ability to just work through it all. He has been through it this year. You name it, it has happened to him as far as illnesses and stuff, and he has still just accomplished amazing things.
My passion would be to inspire, and I always like to inspire and be inspired by other artists. And I think that any good artist can make a portrait or paint a portrait, but a great artist can take someone on a journey with their piece. And I always want to take someone on a journey with my pieces and let them know and view my art on their own and judge it from their own perspective.
We can't get over how he just makes things from nothing.
I repurpose a lot, actually. My mom knows I don't see trash really, I see art from it.
He conceives the idea of these fashion pieces, then he scrounges around and finds the materials.
This is my colonial punk jacket, hence the steampunk. This one won Gold Key and Nationals in Scholastics, and it's actually I use one panel of curtain for this, the red, and all the tan are my mom's old pockets from her old pants.
And makes beautiful things with them.
This dress alone took the longest. I had to individually cut, like I said, it was a sheet of foam, had to cut the smaller pieces out, and that took days upon weeks to do that alone. And then I used the same pieces I cut out at the top, and then I used the same stencil curtain for the design to get the lattice work, and I use that in all the dresses so they all look very cohesive. This one is my blue ribbon this year. The Pegasus, of course, is the icon for Derby, and I think it's really cool that I can actually paint a Pegasus, a flying horse, and it be recognized as something. And the Belle Louisville is 100 years this year, and I thought that would be very interesting detail to add to the piece.
We needed someone to make costumes for the musical.
It's a Cinderella musical.
This was the first production in our brand new auditorium.
I don't even know your name. Mine is Christopher.
He had been asked to make the costumes, and of course he agreed to. So there was a little bit of pressure involved here. We wanted things to look good. Before Jahne became ill.
Well, my illness is Crohn's disease, and I was diagnosed in 2010. Since then, it's been okay. It's been on a great track. In the beginning of November, it flared up, and from there, I haven't been at school for at least 31 days consecutively.
He was gone for so long, and everyone was kind of panicking.
I got back this February, and I made at least 40 different costumes, and they were all in pieces because I had to do reversibles and for different parts of the play. This is Cinderella's actual ball gown, and it took about 2 days to make this piece, and it's reversible for her wedding dress. The wedding dress is white.
He pulled it off beautifully. He just capitalizes on his abilities and his opportunities. He does not waste an opportunity. Jahne appreciates things. He appreciates his instruction. He appreciates the opportunities that he's been given, and I think that's what makes him so special.
What keeps him going is the fact that this disease could enable me from doing a lot of things I want to do in art and in my future. And I feel like if my body wants to hold me down from so much, why not go for it anyways? Because there's nothing I could lose. And I feel like I could inspire so many people from that same aspect of life. Is if you see it as something else, Like, if you see life as a goal more than just living, there's more to do.
The new Common Core standards are teaching students to be investigative learners. Second graders at Tully Elementary are really digging into their classwork, learning about the history of Jeffersontown through archaeology.
We're here in Jeffersontown, Kentucky, along Waterston Trail at the Conrad Seton House.
We're from Tully Elementary, which is straight down that street, just a 5-minute walk, and these are second graders that study shaping the earth materials every spring.
Get everybody get a pair of gloves?
We wanted to share what we have here.
I want you guys to get down here and scrape with the side of the tool.
We want to teach kids about archaeology and about what they can learn about looking at artifacts and sites from the distant past.
I'm a true believer in hands-on learning, and they're thinking with their hands and their minds, and they're learning how people lived in the past, and it correlates really nicely with the Engineering as Elementary unit that I do with second grade. It's called Solid as a Rock, and in that lesson they read a storybook in their classroom, and then they come into my learning lab to replicate or copycat an artifact, which down the street at school they're replicating an artifact of a petroglyph, which is a carving into a rock. So it just ties in nicely with the engineering unit that we do at school and learning about artifacts and social studies. And it's just a great way to partner with the people down here at the Conrad Seton House and do some little community involvement.
It's a time to get your hands dirty, and it's just been a long, long winter, so we're ready to get pumped. We're ready to get really pumped and get our hands dirty. I was digging all the dirt into the little holes so we can find little pieces of rocks or things that look like plates of pottery.
This house was built around 1801, 1803 time frame and added on later. But it was the home of a redware potter who came here from North Carolina and set up his pottery kilns on this site and manufactured all types of redware vessels that were sold to people throughout the region.
I only found like little rocks and rocks that look like dirt. And we find some bones, like pig bones. So we have like, there was about, I think the biggest were about that big.
We're trying to capture things down here, so pour off the liquid to number 2.
When they go inside, there's a lab down there, and they'll actually be using some tools. Then they even have a tool that is an electronic that measures the length of different arrowheads that have been found. So they're in there, and they're also using toothbrushes at sinks to clean some of what they found.
Very gently turn it into a snail shape.
And then finally they end up upstairs in a classroom where they learned that Mr. Conrad, who used to live here, used to take a horse and buggy down to the Ohio River to the banks to get clay and bring it back here to use for his pottery. And so the kids are upstairs using clay to learn how to make coiled pots and pinch pots. What do you think that was?
We want them to be excited about history, and we want them to be excited about what they can learn through the study of archaeology and grow up to be responsible stewards about the past.
Students come to JCPS from all walks of life with unique abilities and needs. For every success, there's a story of triumph. Fern Creek correspondent Kristen Reesor brings us a story about a student who continues to achieve while facing adversity.
Here at Valley High School's Student Celebration, students are being recognized for their hard work. JCPS student support staff work with at-risk youth who have encountered obstacles in their path of education. Through the relationships they built and the encouragement they received, those students are back on the right track and have succeeded in their academics. The students being honored have displayed good attendance, a positive attitude, and great effort despite the various challenges they endured. Junior Sean Roberts explains how he previously struggled but is now being recognized for his accomplishments.
Whenever I was going through all the surgeries and the hard times, it was making it really hard for me to keep my grades up. After that, I went to school and I had been encouraged by my family and friends, and with their help I'd gotten my grades up. And it's just great knowing that I'm being recognized for all this hard work.
This special event consisted of a dinner, presentation of the colors, and finally the awards. As the students' names were called, they accepted their plaque in front of proud family, friends, and staff. Then they had their picture taken with their school's principal or another official. Director Ben Langley tells the importance behind this program.
It's all about building relationships. And one of our fears in our program is that we have too many students that are going through high school without a significant relationship with a caring adult. And that's where we come in. We all have issues in life, and life can sometimes be kind of hard. So we're all in this world together, we're faced with different things together, and so we help our students be able to tap into their amazing potential.
We are celebrating you tonight.
No matter what these students have been through, they've proved they can overcome anything with help from their support system. For Our Kids, I'm Fern Creek correspondent Kristen Reesor.
Here in Kentucky, we can all appreciate good competition on the basketball court. The Unified Basketball League, a league for students with disabilities, recently finished another successful season. Drew Long has the story.
The sound of basketballs pounding the hardwood echoed through the gym. Unified Basketball took the floor for another exciting game. It's a league for kids with disabilities, and several Jefferson County Public Schools have teams.
Well, a number of years ago, Jefferson County Public Schools started a basketball league for kids with disabilities. Last year, the Special Olympics stepped in and took over the program. It used to be called United. Special Olympics took over with Special Olympic rules, and now they call it Unified Basketball.
The teams include special needs kids and peer students who guide them. Only special needs students are allowed to score. Everyone loves playing the game.
We do it mostly for fun and mostly to get out there and get fitness.
We're getting a lot of weight balance, a lot of three throwers, a lot of three pointers.
It takes more than just a team to make Unified successful. Fans in the stands, including family friends, classmates, and there are also cheerleaders.
I love cheering. I think it's the most wonderful sport, and I love, doing that. Yeah.
The coaches say the games give the students a chance to be involved with their school and have a sense of school spirit. And they're having a ball.
To see certain individuals go out there and make a basket, to them that's like they just hit the game winner to win a state championship, and it's something special to see.
I'm Ballard correspondent Drew Long for Our Kids.
We have a lot more stories about Our Kids coming up. Stay with us.
Do you need help providing school clothes for your child? The 15th District PTA Clothing Assistance Program can help provide uniforms and other clothing. Make an appointment with the Family Youth Resource Center at your child's school. Donations of new and gently used uniforms and clothing are also accepted. Call 485-7062 or 485-7450 for more information.
The portal is your online link for information about your child's grades, test scores, attendance, career choices, and much, much more. It's a fast and easy way to stay on top of what your child is doing in school. If your child's teacher has set up a virtual classroom, you can log on to JCPS online and access grades for class assignments or communicate directly with teachers. The Parent Portal offers a convenient way you can stay involved in your child's education.
Welcome back. You're watching Our Kids, sponsored by the Jefferson County Public Schools. JCPS held its first event for students throughout the district to present innovative and creative ideas. Idea Fest was an opportunity for students to engage in meaningful discussions on a broad range of topics.
Well, this is the first Jefferson County Public Schools Idea Festival here at the Gaines Center.
I'm here because I think it would be a great opportunity to learn more about ideas and to be more involved with my community.
And what happens is we have these pictures of women and we try to act like the only pressures that we have are from skinniness, but there's all of these other pressures that girls have, including the color of their skin.
We have presentations on topics ranging from how the mass media misrepresents or underrepresents girls of color, to the conflict in Syria, to a sort of history and criticism of cinema and moving images. So we have a variety of topics that we hope are going to challenge and inspire the students that are here today.
The way Scorsese tells this, gritty, dark, perverse New York is through showing it through the character's eyes, through use of point of view, through use of cutting.
We're the future, so we have to start early, and I think if more teenagers come to this, then we'll have more people like ourselves in the business world.
I believe that all communities need to work to better improve relationships.
Have new ideas for ourselves, pretty much broaden our perspectives, and to see what other people are thinking, and to maybe go home and, do more things in our own community or our own schools.
To quantify how much data we have, we had to come up with a new word to say it. So now we just call it big data.
I think once we realize that there are students at every school that do have creativity, that have ideas, that do want to get involved with activities like this, I think that's going to be good for not just JCPS, but for Louisville as a whole. So we can stop thinking of, well, these types of kids go to this school, these types of kids go to this school. We have great kids at every school here in JCPS.
It's really inspiring. I think that if we have more events like this, that it will influence a lot of kids.
It's really exciting to see that, we're not the only ones, like I'm not, there's other high schoolers around, there's other people that are going through the same things, that are thinking about new ideas and like wanting to, broaden their perspectives pretty much. It's really nice to see that.
Our kids are not only learning about reading, writing, and arithmetic, but also about the value of giving. The Many We Day celebrates students who participate in charity work and service projects. Sydney Johnson has the story.
Recently, JCPS students gathered at the Kentucky Center for the Arts for Louisville's second annual Many We Day. All students participated in local and global community service projects to attend the event. The Many We Day gives these students the opportunity to share their visions of how to better the community. When the students arrived, they were able to donate clothes and other resources that would be given to JCPS students in need. We Day was first started in Canada but has spread throughout the United States.
You cannot buy a ticket to We Day. You have to earn it through your service, and it's thanks to all of you and your service that we are here today.
It doesn't matter what age, size, or color you are. We are made to change this world. We are born with a spark inside of us, and it's our duty to light our sparks, turn them into a flame, and keep it going. That spark represents our passion, the issue that angers us the most.
Sydney's ideas and actions were shared around the world and touched so many people. David Lasser inspired students through his story of Louisville's very own Muhammad Ali.
We do that through Muhammad Ali's 6 core principles. And today I'm going to focus on 2 of those principles. I'm going to talk about his principle of confidence, and I'm going to talk about his principle of giving.
These students tell what We Day means to them.
We Day can inspire people.
We Day is inspiration.
We Day is awesome.
We Day is increíble.
We Day is creating a future for a better generation. We Day is inspirational.
We Day is spreading love.
We Day brought together many JCPS students to share their ideas of how they can better the community and change me to we.
Don't go away. We have a lot more stories about our kids coming up. Stay with us.
The portal is your online link to information about your child's grades, test scores, attendance, career choices, and much, much more. It's a fast and easy way to stay on top of what your child is doing in school. If your child's teacher has set up a virtual classroom, you can log on to JCPS Online and access grades for class assignments or communicate directly with teachers. The Parent Portal offers a convenient way you can stay involved in your child's education.
Do you need help providing school clothes for your child? The 15th District PTA Clothing Assistance Program can help provide uniforms and other clothing. Make an appointment with the Family Youth Resource Center at your child's school. Donations of new and gently used uniforms and clothing are also accepted. Call 485-7062 or 485-7450 for more information.
Welcome back. You're watching Our Kids, sponsored by the Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Ben Jackey. Sports can be a great learning experience for students as they learn discipline, unselfishness, and determination. That was the drive behind Foster Traditional Academy and Portland Elementary joining the first tee of Louisville program that not only teaches golf, but life skills.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our first two inaugural schools, the First T National School Program.
Okay, today, us along with Portland Elementary, we are the two schools that are the inaugural schools for the First T program.
Our program introduces what's called a 9 core value system: honesty, integrity, respect, judgment, perseverance. We also institute a 9 healthy habits system to where we teach our kids to eat healthy, exercise, take care of their community. And these are the things that are part of the curriculum that we're bringing to Foster today. These are the things that we put together on a curriculum base so kids can get introduced not just to the game of golf, but to those 9 core values and those 9 healthy habits to make them better people.
We got to get a putter and a golf ball. Well, I grip it and then I practice with my shoulders. And then when I'm ready, I look at the hole and then look at the golf ball and make sure it's lined up. And then I tap it very lightly.
I like golf because it's like fun to hit the ball and like it's exciting if you're gonna go in the ball or not go in the ball or in the hole, and it's fun.
Our research shows that kids involved in this curriculum program come to school, their attendance is better, their grades are better. They create go-to persons where they ask questions in school and they want to succeed.
With the golf program, you know, it takes discipline. You know, like I told some of the students, being able to bench press 300 pounds does nothing for you with a driver in your hand when you're trying to hit a golf ball. So it's something that if students are dedicated to it, it takes thinking from what I've heard. I've never played the game, but I just think it'll translate very well with what we're doing academically and also what we're trying to teach our kids about life skills.
Proms and school dances offer memories that last a lifetime. Kaylee Connors takes us to Valley High School for a very special spring dance for students with special needs.
We call it the Spring Dance, and it is for students with disabilities. It's all the South End schools that come together, and our students come every year to visit and dance and have fun, getting ready for spring break. They get to see people that they haven't seen in a while. A lot of times they've, met someone in elementary school, or they've met them in middle school, and then they've gone on to other schools. And so it's just a great time for them to come and dance, and for us to have fun, for them to have fun, and meet all the people that they haven't seen in a while.
They get out and actually see other people like them, unlike being closed in and not having to just be stuck with the same old people every day.
A lot of our students have trouble with social skills, so we always are working on social skills.
Like when I first went to PRP, I met like a few students that when I first went there.
A lot of times they don't get to go to their prom, so this is kind of like their prom. They get to dress up, look nice, have a great time. It's just a wonderful experience for them.
They danced until they pretty much couldn't dance anymore. Dance Maroon, Ballard's 6-hour dance marathon, raised a record $42,000 for pediatric cancer research. Taylor Huff brings us the story.
Cameron Middle School's gym turned into a dance floor for Ballard's annual Dance Maroon Marathon.
Welcome to Dance Maroon 2014! All right, guys, so we're standing up to cancer tonight, so we need everybody on their feet for the next 6 hours.
Ballard High School students have been taking part in the fundraiser for 4 years. It's named after Dance Blue, a fundraiser at the University of Kentucky. Proceeds go to pediatric cancer research. The marathon had to change locations this year due to storm damage to the Ballard gym floor, but that didn't stop the fun.
Well, Dance Maroon is something that we hold at Ballard every year. It's just, we get everyone to go, well, not our school this year, but we get everyone here to just dance for 6 hours, to just
stand up to cancer.
Over 130 students danced and played games from 6 until midnight without sitting down. Brave teachers and staff added to the fun by taking a pie in the face. Supporters paid or collected donations throughout the year. It's a lot of work, but it's well worth it.
We find the things that we really think is going to be fun for everyone, things are popular right now, and we also do other events, like we had a dodgeball tournament this fall that was really a big success.
Over $42,000 was collected for pediatric oncology. That puts the fundraising total over $100,000 over the 4 years Ballard has been involved. Students and staff are already looking forward to next year's event. I'm Ballard correspondent Taylor Huff for Our Kids.
You probably have never seen a story like this. Today we introduce you to a 7th grade reptile expert. He collects, catches, and sells rare reptiles out of his basement. Sean Melius has the story on this turtle man.
Hello, my name is Samuel Frazier and I love reptiles, as you can see. I kind of got into the hobby when I was 7. There was a baby snapping turtle that came up to my dad's work and I saw it underneath of a bush. And then ever since from there, I just got attached to animals. My parents didn't really ever let me get reptiles, but then eventually they saw I could catch them and they knew how much that I liked them, and they started letting me get reptiles. It started from frogs that they couldn't come out of the water, all they could do was swim, to all of this. I started getting so attached to it that every day after school and my whole summer I would just go out and catch them. I would study them almost every day of my life. After school I would come home, and after I would do my homework, the first thing I would do before I worried about dinner or other stuff, I would go get on the internet and I would literally study these basically and all the other animals that are down here. And it just grew from there because I found other people were into the hobby. It wasn't just me. I'm actually opening up a business. I went to a CEO, or it's like Shark Tank, if you've ever seen that. It's just like it, and you can win money. You go up against a bunch of other people and their business plans, and if you win, the judges will give you the money you need to start your own business. So I won that. I won $1,000. This has been great, and turns out I can make some money with these. The alligator snapping turtle on its tongue, it has like a worm-looking thing, and what it does is since it looks like a rock, it will sit at the bottom of the water, move that tongue around with its mouth open, and then a fish that's hungry nearby will go think that it's a worm and go into his mouth to eat it, and then he'll eat the fish, so it's like a lure. And then there's tons of other facts about these reptiles, but that's the main one that I thought was cool. In the end, I thought reptiles were a really fun hobby, and then I found out that they can actually be a really good career. I can make some really good money off of them.
Well, that's our show for today. We hope you've enjoyed it. You can find full episodes of Our Kids on the JCPS YouTube channel. Until next time, keep supporting our kids.